So the next question is, all the Friendship is Magic unicorns have the same eye shape so far. Will we get to see unicorns with different eye shapes and expressions? And the answer is we really try to keep as close as we can to the Friendship is Magic look. So we'll continue to really try to mimic that as closely as we can going forward. Sure. And the one after that is, will there be any more ponies with molded hair? Like the gift pack set, we had a 5-pack gift set that came with a little book. I'm hoping that they release Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash Rarity, and maybe Luna like that. No plans for 2011. One of the things that we found is that girls really like the hair play. That's a big part of it. So the 5-pack did okay for us, but it wasn't a great seller. So a lot of times we evaluate what we pursue going forward by how things do in the marketplace, and that's just about it.
And the next one was, will we see more G1 characters like Applejack in Friendship is Magic or the G4 toy line? So not in 2011. But we do have a great cast of characters, and as I said, we're always working really closely with the studio to incorporate as many of the characters into the toy line as we can. So I will leave it at a not in 2011, but stay tuned to see what's coming next.
Applejack is out in Applejack's barn right now, though, in the little theme of packs. Okay. Okay. So then we have some questions about the show. Are there any plans for a Season 1 DVD Blu-ray set? And the answer is yes. So there are going to be DVDs that show up in toy. So we're going to actually have DVDs that will show up in our opening price point ponies, as well as some of them are out there right now in the fashion ponies. But we're also working on DVDs that will actually be for sale, just freestanding, multiple. Collector's box commentary. Okay, good.
You know what I want for my birthday?
Awesome. And then the other thing I wanted to let you guys know is that Season 1 is now available on iTunes as well, so you can actually download the episodes on iTunes, which is a great way to get them and very easy to do. Sure. And then the question is, will we be seeing any boy pony characters get more featured roles on the show? And the answer to that is stay tuned. So, big news. Okay.
Are there plans to translate Friendship is Magic to other languages? And the answer, again, is yes. The series will roll out globally this year, so you'll start to see it all around the world, which will be great. Are there any plans for a Friendship is Magic movie? There are no plans for a movie at this time, but we are continuing to develop and refresh new episodes of the Friendship is Magic series. So that's really where we're focusing our effort right now.
Okay, the next question is, are there any plans for a Friendship is Magic? Oh, you did. Oh, I'm sorry, I fell asleep. Okay, how closely do the animators of the show and toy designers from Hasbro work together, if at all? And the answer to that, I think some of you probably sat through this morning's session, they work really, really closely together. So sometimes ideas emanate from the toy folks to the show, sometimes show ideas come over to the toy line, but it's a very close partnership, very collaborative, and they build on each other's ideas as they develop both the show and the product line.
All right, the next question was, how close, oh no, that one. When will we get a soundtrack of the new series on CD or on iTunes? Some of the music clips that are seen on the TV are actually on MyLittlePony.com right now for everyone to download. Check out MyLittlePony.com.
So, this is a great question. Is Hasbro aware of the increasing male fan base called the Bronies?
Woo!
And we absolutely are. We welcome all of the Bronies that are here today. And they've certainly been making themselves known with lots of video clips. In fact, one of my favorites is, you guys seen the one with the physics, the guy who does the physics? Awesome. I showed it to my son. My son was like, that's great, I totally want to do do that. So, yeah, we're really excited about the fact that the show has such broad appeal and that we have such a strong Brony base, and we welcome you all here. So, thank you so much.
And then the next question as it pertains to the show was, are there any special plans for merchandising for adult fans of the show and toy line? And yes, we are working with all of our licensees here to make sure that we're appealing to all ages. And right here I actually have a URL that is welovefine.com. This is the first place that we're actually going to be doing Junior's Tees in the new look, and that will actually begin, I'm told, very soon, if not this fall.
They're already on sale.
Already there?
Yeah.
It's welovefine.com, and the shirts are made by Mighty Fines.
Okay, so now we're moving on to collector questions. These are always the hard ones, you know, the collector questions. So, will there be an official DVD release of the full Ponytails TV cartoon series? Right now, there are no plans to put everything on one DVD. As I mentioned, it's available on iTunes, but we are going to have the multiple episodes available.
Ponytails is the show before that. G1.
Oh, G1. There are no plans at this time. The official answer. We'll just stick to that. See, it's when I ad-lib, I get myself in trouble. And then the other question is, are there any plans for the 30th anniversary of My Little Pony, such as a G1 retro set? And there are no plans right now at this time. But there is another question that's sort of related to this. Is it coming up down here somewhere? Megan? Okay, so the other question was related to Pony Fair, and would we ever do the special pony as a G1 for Pony Fair? And I think the answer to that is that we would take a look at that. I think that's something that, as we're talking to the global team, we know that that's a fan favorite. So I think that's something that we will take a look at as we move forward with you guys.
Okay, next question was, will there be another pony project? And the answer is, there are no plans for that at this time. Will there be additional art ponies in the G3 mold aside from the event exclusive ponies? So just so you all know, we actually do reach out to Summer and get her feedback as we're planning the new fair ponies. So if there's interest in continuing to see the G3 molds for this pony, we can certainly continue to do that. Another pony that continues to be G3 is our Comic-Con pony. We've actually, we have one of the samples. I think this was just unveiled on our Facebook page last week. But this is the Comic-Con pony that will be available that is also the G3 mold. So going forward, we'll be sure to continue to get all of your feedback through summer and make sure that we're designing the right and appropriate pony for all of these fairs.
And we're keeping an eye on you, people that have it. Make sure that we get that one back.
And look, a unicorn.
So this one's kind of a long question. Last time the fair was in Rhode Island, there were a few people that had worked for Hasbro since the original G1 line, the mold sculptor, and a lady who was at the previous Hasbro tour, where they had some G1 prototypes. What do these people think of the many changes of My Little Pony over the years? And when they were working on My Little Pony in the 80s, did they ever think the brand would still be around 25 years later? So Liz Knight, who I think is who you guys were referring to, who is here, she actually gave us a quote to answer this question since it was specific to her. And she said, "I worked on My Little Pony in 1982 and watched the growth and amazement. Who would have guessed that these little pastel ponies would become so well known, an icon of girls' childhood, and now their own TV show and on the Hub network, no less." So Liz is still very excited, still working on the brand, but had worked on it in 1982.
Right, so the last two questions were, will there be any mail order products available in the future, like the Pony Points program? Not for 2011. And then, will Hasbro release any event exclusive ponies made with G4 molds rather than G3? And again, this is a place where we can certainly work with Summer to see what everyone's asking for, what everyone wants as we look towards next year's fair.
Like Celestian versus
Derpy.
Bear Moon, real colors.
So I think that wraps up all of our questions. Thank you again, everyone, for coming. And lastly, the Comic-Con samples are going to be at our table, so if anyone wants to stop by and see those this afternoon, they will be there. And again, check out your local Target over the next few weeks, hopefully to find some new products. Thanks so much.